Ahoy there, Captain Benzie here, coming at you with another video for EVE Echoes. Now, I'm kind of semi-reluctant to call this a patch notes video because there aren't really all that many patch notes to go by, but it is technically reading from the same area as the patch notes in the game, so you know what, I'm gonna roll with it. There's been a really cool update in here to do with the CONCORD Pass and to do with nanocores, and we're gonna come to that in just a moment. I will of course cover the patch notes first. Now, this isn't gonna be a long video, so I'm gonna do away with all the preamble, like, subscribe, you know the drill by now, folks, and I'm just gonna jump pretty much straight in on this one, starting with the main patch notes for what it's worth. First of all, the optimizations. Updated estimated prices according to the current market transaction records. Makes sense, it's a typical sort of thing here, and sneaky suspicion there's going to be some changes to audits coming soon, just sliding that one in there. Stay tuned and don't let them know that Benzie told you first. The CONCORD Pass's shop's end date will then also be extended to July 26th. Now, this is just the CONCORD Pass's shop end date. The pass will still end before that, the ability to actually accrue CONCORD credits, but the pass's shop will be extended to July 26th. Now, to me, that insinuates that July 26th or July 27th, whichever way that works, will actually be the day that we get the second CONCORD Pass. That just makes sense. The pass ends, the shop stays open until such time as the next pass begins and the new shop opens on that same date, which July 26th, July 27th again seems to be kind of the date that I would insinuate for that one. Again, don't hold me accountable if I'm wrong, just that's my feeling. We then have two bug fixes. Fixed an issue that would cause the game to freeze when using a time-locked materials to upgrade nanocores, and fixed an issue where the Corporation Omega page could not be accessed. Both just standard bug fixes, quality of life changes. I'm not going to dwell on those. If those were a problem for you, congratulations, they're fixed. What I want to talk about today is the update here at the top. We have our usual preamble that the game is going to go into maintenance for 120 minutes, 2 hours, give or take. Sometimes it goes on a little bit longer if something goes horrifically wrong. Sometimes it comes up a little bit early. You'll get 5,000 skill points, plus more if it has to be extended. You know the drill. This is not anything new to anyone, I think, at this point. What is new is this part under here. Dear pilots, since the release of the CONCORD Pass, we have received a lot of valuable feedback on nanocores, and not all of it was good, if you know what I'm saying. The early parts of it were pretty rough, let's be completely honest, which gave us immense help in optimizing the nanocore system. To show our gratitude, we are returning CONCORD credits to players who have purchased nanocores with them. By Saturday, July 17th at 0000 UTC, players that purchased nanocores and training materials with CONCORD credits will receive a 100% rebate of what they had spent. The reward will be sent through the mail between July 18th and July 30th. Now, the key points here. One, I'm going to start with sort of the fluffy side of things. They have had immense help in optimizing the nanocore system. Again, I'm going to mention this for any folk who are just watching this video and have maybe missed it otherwise. The developers hear us all loud and clear that it absolutely sucked, that the thermomagnetic storm nanocore was utter tripe when you wanted to put it on something like a Drake or a Nereus. It did nothing. Being a turret-only nanocore skin available for ships that also had missiles and things, it made very little sense. And arguably the same can be said for the Breeze, but I don't think anyone was quite as upset by the Breeze ones as they were the thermomagnetic. Like, yeah, look, I get it. I'm a Condor pilot. I fly a lot of Condor interceptors, and the Breeze nanocore doesn't work really for that. You know, it doesn't do anything other than change the looks of the ship. But, you know, I'm not going to cry about that as much as I would have done if I was a Drake pilot, for example. That's a much bigger issue to me. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is they've learnt, they've listened, they've turned around and said that as of the next pass, which by the looks of things, as I said, looks to be around about July 26th, there will be a whole load of new nanocores added, thermomagnetic storm nanocores Mark II, that will have different stats on them. So you are going to be able to supposedly refund those. And I don't know if that's in addition to this, or if this is the refund, in inverted commas, that we'll be getting. I would go with the betting that this is the refund. If you then get the option to actually return the old thermomagnetic storm nanocores later for additional CONCORD credits or something, that I would take as sort of a bonus. For the time being, because it's not been stated otherwise, assume that this is that refund. use these points the way that you want to. Those ones are going to have a lot nicer stats on them, a lot friendlier, and they've also said that the next pass will have much better nanocores for more ships. Now, the actual saying they've said is it will have better nanocores for more ships. Now, I personally interpret that as drone and missiles, because those are the two that most people were complaining about. And yes, I get that miners also want to have something nice to put on their ships. If you were using a coveter, for example, with one of these and just getting a turret bonus, it doesn't affect the mining lasers, it doesn't affect strip miners. It's a turret bonus. It affects railguns, lasers, cannons, and decomposers only. But I just get the feeling that the new one will be turret, it will be missile, and it will be drone, and those will be the three things that you get on the Thermomagnetic Storm nanocore there. Now, this isn't meant to be any sort of aspersion against industrial pilots. I get it. You want a nice nanocore as well. I'm just saying history kind of leads me to believe that it's going to account for the combat ships and maybe the industrials. I would love it to be a 4-point option where you can choose between drones, you can choose between turrets, you can choose between missiles, or you can choose between miner efficiency, for example. That said, I just don't personally see it happening. I mean, heck, theoretically, and again I'm going to get crucified for saying this, you could actually drop the drone one. Lose the extra for drones, because let's be fair, things like a Dominix and that, they still have high slots, they're still firing missiles or, you know, turrets or something. So I think if you've got missiles and turrets, you kind of deal with the high slots. I would hope they have a drone option, but I just kind of get the feeling that the industrial option isn't going to be there. I would love to be wrong. Netties, please prove me wrong on this one. But again, industrialists, just don't hold your breath. The second thing to notice on this, though, is that it's until Saturday, July the 17th. Anything that you've purchased with CONCORD credits before July 17th, 0100 UTC, you will get a 100% rebate for nanocores and training materials. That's the stuff that you use to upgrade your nanocore. So I don't think the exogenous light recombination devices will count, because those aren't training. Those are just a way for you to change the physical appearance of a nanocore that you've already built. So anything that is a training material and anything that is a nanocore that you have purchased before July 17th, you will get those CONCORD credits back. So I don't know, I think there's a way we could possibly flood the market here, buy up a load of these and then sell them if you don't want to use them yourself, because that's going to be, you know, a great way of making some ISK. A lot of people want these things, and if you don't want them, well, you can just buy a whole ton, or heck, if you're looking to upgrade a nanocore, you got twice as many of these things as you'd got before, more if you'd bought the nanocore. It's a lot of free stuff there. Its key point, though, here is by Saturday, July 17th, 0100 UTC. That means on Friday, July the 16th, you need to have gotten rid of it there. I know there were a lot of people who read the whole thing about upgrading your Combo Omega to get the new pass thing, the free skill points, the 2.4 million skill points, you know what I'm talking about. A lot of people read that, went out and bought it immediately, and then were disappointed when it happened after maintenance. Here, you need to have spent it all by Saturday, July 17th, 0100. If your clock shows July 17th, then it is too late. It is too late. Look at whatever your time is compared to UTC and make sure you have spent it all before July 17th. I'm not going to accept people getting angry on this one. If it comes to Saturday and they go, oh, I just spent a load of points and now I'm being told I'm not getting them reimbursed. It's clear. It's here in black and white. It was on the previous one, but I also get that it was worded a little confusingly. This one is clear. By Saturday, July 17th at 0100 UTC. Anything you've spent there on nanocores and training materials will be reimbursed to you, 100% reimbursement rate, and you will receive that sometime between July 18th and July 30th. Now, if the new pass starts on the 26th or 27th, that does mean you may have to wait a couple of days to get your reimbursement. Just bear that in mind as well. Anyway, folks, that really does cover absolutely everything here that I wanted to talk about in regards to this game announcement. I think this is really cool. I genuinely really like this. We're all getting a whole ton of free stuff. Whether you bought the CONCORD Pass or whether you just went for the basic version, you're getting a ton of free stuff here, and those CONCORD credits are going to pass along to the next pass as well. I didn't mention that earlier, but it's been common news for a while. Any credits that you have left over at the end of this pass will carry across to the next one. So personally, I'm going to be buying every little Breeze Nano core that I want for any ship that I fly. I'm then going to be getting my rebate back on those later, which, yeah, have fun with it. Anyway, folks, thank you for watching by the way to the end. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and I do apologise for any echo in this video. Again, I'm out at Masuna Fishing Camp, as I'm sure many of you are well aware by now, and that means my internet sucks and the audio quality of my videos tends to suffer. Anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for bearing with me, good luck, enjoy your free CONCORD credits, happy sailing, and see you in New Eden.